Nestled along the shores of the Chesapeake Bay, Stevensville, Maryland is a community with deep ties to the water. In this episode of Maryland MEP's Make It in Maryland's Beyond the Loading Dock, we go inside the North American headquarters of Zodiac Milpro to see how this iconic boat builder manufactures and assembles the renowned line of inflatable boats and ribs that have been used around the world by military units, special forces, and first responders to tackle even the most difficult challenges on the water. Zodiac Milpro's Stevensville location employs 40 workers who perform all of the tasks necessary to build each and every boat. With parts sourced from around the globe, as well as from partners and suppliers located right here in Maryland, the Zodiac Milpro team works extensively to make sure all of the components meet the high standards required to ensure the safety and reliability of each craft put on the water.
I'm David Gandy. We're at Zodiac Milpro North America here in Stevensville, Maryland. This is the beginning of the boat steps. Everything comes in from the shipping and receiving. Right here you got a raw roll of fabric. This is how it all comes in for the inflatable boats. Gets rolled out onto this table here that has suction to it. Everything is cut by blade and drawn out by gel pen.
Designs are prepared in AutoCAD and executed by the machine to ensure the highest quality precision cutting on each and every production run. Cutting of parts for a single boat can take 2 to 3 hours, and the machine is capable of producing enough parts for 2 to 3 boats in a single day. In addition to the cutting of the larger boat parts, Zodiac Milpro continually adds new technologies to the facility, one of which is a CO2 laser that cuts highly detailed, customized logos for each customer or boat. Material is sorted and placed on carts for the next step, which is the layout and assembly of the tubes. Everything on the boat comes through this department, and each of the parts is inspected, laid out, and marked for scuffing. The scuffing process is critical to ensuring that the boat is structurally sound. Every piece that is adhered to the boat must be scuffed to ensure the gluing process can take place. Once the parts are scuffed, they're transferred to the glue and assembly team. The glue and assembly process takes about 5 days for the full tube set to come together. What we see here is the assembly team gluing each part, which gets 2 coats of glue before the pieces are joined together. The scuffed and glued pieces get attached together based upon exactly what was prepped in the earlier stages. Once the pieces are joined, the rubber is boned out to ensure that a complete seal has taken place. This is one of the most critical steps in the process and ensures that the tubes don't fail on the water.
It's 4 chambers. Each valve is 1 chamber, 2 chambers, 3 and 4. That way you can shut off the tails and you can shut off the bow if anything happens.
The fully assembled tubes incorporate Zodiac Milpro's proprietary air chamber system, which enables users to inflate and deflate the boat quickly and also guarantees that the boat can operate if one or more of the chambers fails. Each boat is customized for the end user with different accessories that might include the flooring, stripping to add strength to the boat, doublers to add protection and armor to the tubes, grab handles, equipment hooks, and the transom for the motor. The fully assembled inflatables and all of the accessories are then ready for the final stage in the process, which is the finishing department. Each tube gets a final scuffing for the accessories to be attached. This is one of the most intricate steps in the process and requires a high level of skill to ensure the tube is not damaged in the process. Final finishing and assembly in the finishing department can take 5 to 7 days, depending on the customizations necessary. During this process, all of the accessories, handles, logos, and attachments are assembled to the boat. Finally, after 3 to 4 weeks and roughly 200 hours of work, the fully assembled, inflatable boat is checked for quality and then rolled up and packaged for final delivery to the customer.
This is a fully completed boat. It has everything installed, all the transom work is finished, lifeline installed, speed tubes, which is a patented design by Zodiac. It gives the boat maneuverability in the water.
In addition to the inflatables, Zodiac Milpro also produces more rugged ribs, or rigid inflatable boats, used in various military, law enforcement, and fire applications around the world. These rigid hulls can be as big as 9 meters long with twin outboards.
So this is the console for this 9-meter boat. It has all kinds of electronics, 2 screens, switch panel. We do all the wiring from scratch. All our wiring is ABYC certified. It's all to spec.
For many of the aluminum ribs, Milpro partners with a Baltimore-based Maritime Applied Physics Corporation, who fabricates the aluminum hull, which is then upfitted by the Milpro team.
Since we're a local company and we do quite a lot of custom work, There are some parts that we can really only source here locally because it requires our vendors to be on site to do some special work. There's canvas work, aluminum fabrication. So we have a major partner in Baltimore, it's MAPC, who builds our hulls. We have very high US content rather than importing the hulls from our partners and our sister companies in Canada and in Europe. And when we finish the boats, we test and we develop some new products on the water. And the workforce too, a lot of the workforce here is accustomed to being on the water.
Each rib can take several weeks to a month or more to fully assemble and complete. Zodiac Milpro has been a part of the community making inflatables and ribs for many years. Their workers often come from long lines of watermen who are proud to be able to produce high-quality boats that are used by so many organizations around the world.
We are Zodiac Milpro. We're proud to make it in Maryland.